Exciting news for the Hershey Bears, naming Garrett King the 29th head coach in franchise history, a new bench boss in Chocolatetown. I'm pleased to be joined by Garrett Mitchell, who joins me on television broadcast and works here for Hershey Entertainment Resorts. And Garrett, huge news for the Bears organization, finding their next leader. Not only does Garrett King bring a lot of experience, well, he brings a great background. And you actually played for Derek in Rockford and were his captain with the Rockford Ice Hogs. So for the folks of Hershey that are getting to know him, tell us a little bit about Garrett King and what we need to know.
Yeah, you know, Derek's he's one of the best people in the world. He's such a great person. He's obviously a great coach, you know, having him in Rockford, and just, you know, the experience that he has not only as a player but also as a coach. You know, obviously, you know, was the assistant coach in Rockford before I got there, became the head coach, you know, with everything moving up in Chicago, then got the opportunity to be the head coach in Chicago with the Blackhawks. And you know, there's not a guy that's played for him or been around him that you know, doesn't want to be around him. He's such a unbelievable human, and you know, I'm super excited for him to join us here in Hershey.
So the last 9 years in the Blackhawks organization with Rockford, and then also being the interim head coach with the Chicago Blackhawks for one season a few years back of the 21-22 campaign, and assistant coach with the Hawks the last couple of years. So great experience prior to that in the Toronto Marlies and Maple Leafs organization, and a long playing career in the NHL as well. But Brian Helmer and I chatted, and kind of similar to what you mentioned, everyone said the personality of Garrett King is the right fit for this Hershey Bears team. Young players, a little bit different group coming in, that passion to win as well. But I don't think anybody's ever said a bad thing about him. He's such a salt-of-the-earth guy. No,
he really is. And it's just, you know, through my experience of being around him and you know, as a coach, but also just as a person. You know, he'll be the first guy to grab a Russian-born player that doesn't speak English and sit down with them and talk through whether that's family, off ice, on ice, different things. You know, he's going to be around the guys a lot. He enjoys that, you know, locker room camaraderie that, you know, I think this organization's built on. So super excited for Kinger to join the organization. I know just in talking to him, he's extremely excited as well. So you know, we just look forward to having him come here to Chocolatetown.
As a player before, he's a coach over 800 games of the NHL. He's a 40 goal scorer with the New York Islanders in his heyday. A lengthy career. He loved to shoot the puck. It seems like he wants his teams to shoot the puck, which I know the fans will love to hear. He's really gone on the power play as a player, over 20 goals on the power play multiple times in his career. But you played for him. Obviously, systems, X's and O's change depending on where you go. But what does he demand out of his players? What type of team might we see under him?
Yeah, you know, and I think you look back on, you know, especially for myself, looking back on the time I spent in Rockford, you know, he's not afraid to have guys try to make a play. You know, and sometimes it's, you know, get to the line and chip that puck in. Now, on the flip side of that, he's going to hold you accountable. It's not something that you just go out and play run and gun hockey. You're going to be held accountable. But if you can make that play and that's the right play to be made, that's what he'll tell you. If that's the right play to be made, make that play. You know, you have that in you to make that play. And I think that, you know, the fans and the organization are going to see a high skill level, you know, quick team. That's one big thing for Kinger as well, is, you know, we play quick on transition. It's not sit there and dust it off. It's get that puck and get it moving. So I know for myself, I'm excited that he's coming, and you know, our fans should be too.
It'll be a lot of fun with Garrett King, the new coach of the Hershey Bears. Obviously, a lot of new players coming in, filling in, taking over for Todd Nelson. No easy task, but excited to welcome the new Bears bench boss. You can stream the press conference on Wednesday on the Bears social media pages through YouTube. We'll be sharing that link, so stay tuned for more information. Garrett and I are looking forward to calling the games again this year with Garrett King behind the bench. Bitchy, thanks for doing this, getting out of the sun a little bit here and joining us in the rink. Looking forward to the season ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's not that far away. Keep looking at a calendar, and it's coming in quick.
One of Garrett King's former players, Garrett Mitchell, former Bears and Rockford Ice Hogs captain, joining us to talk about the 29th head coach in franchise history, Garrett King, the new bench boss for the Hershey Bears.